Hi everyone! Welcome to my YouTube channel where you can find videos that will make math more fun and easy for you to become winner in numbers, winner in life. In this video, I'm going to present to you how to reduce fractions. So let us begin by understanding the meaning of fractions in the lowest terms through visualization. So let us take a look at these illustrations. In our illustrations, we can see that there are three figures. The first figure is divided equally into two equal parts, and since one part is shaded with red, so therefore the fraction represented by the red shaded part is 1/2. The second figure, it is divided equally into four equal parts, and since two parts are shaded with red, so therefore the fraction is 2/4. And finally, the third figure is divided into six equal parts, and since three parts are shaded with red, so therefore the fraction represented by the red shaded parts is 3/6. So we have here three different fractions, 1/2, 2/4, and 3/6. But looking at the size of the shaded parts, the red shaded parts, we can say that they are equal in value. So meaning to say that 1/2 is equal to 2/4 and equal to 3/6. They are equivalent fractions. So since they are equivalent fractions, we can say that 2/4 and 3/6 are just two of the many different forms that we can represent 1/2. Why did I say that? It's because the moment we will put the 1/2 or the illustration showing 1/2 on top of the illustration showing 2/4, all we can see is 1/2. The same thing also when we put this 1/2 on top of the 3/6. All we can see is 1/2. So therefore, 2/4 and 3/6 are just simply 1/2. We have many different forms that we can represent 1/2, as long as they have the same value as 1/2. Now, among these 1/2, 2/4, and 3/6, 1/2 is the lowest term or the lowest form because it uses the lowest possible whole number for its numerator and the denominator. But the question is, can we use any number to represent the lowest form of a given fraction? The answer is no. Why? Because we might be using the smallest possible number, but the value of the fraction is not equivalent. So we need to consider the value of the fraction. They must be equivalent, and one of the fraction uses the smallest possible number. The question is, how are we going to find the lowest form or the lowest term of a given fraction? Let's say the 3/6 and the 2/4. So if we look at the numerator and the denominator, 3 and 6, for it to become 1/2, we have to divide it by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 3 is 2. For 2/4, we have to divide it by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2, to give us also 1/2 as the lowest form or the lowest term. So in other words, that we can use a common number to divide to our numerator and the denominator. So that points to our first strategy on how to find the lowest form or the lowest term of a given fraction. We can use our greatest common factor. So let us try to identify the lowest term or the lowest form of 4/10. First, for us to identify the factors of 4 and the factors of 10. When we say factors, these are pair of numbers in which when we multiply then will give us, let's say, 4 if our number is 4. So let's identify the factors of 4. We can have 1 times 4. We can also have 2 times 2. So therefore, the factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. But for 10, we can have 1 times 10 and 2 times 5. So the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. So among the factors of 4 and the factors of 10, the common factors are 1 and 2. So since 2 is the bigger common factor of 4 and 10, so therefore 2 is the greatest common factor of 4 and 10. So we can use now our greatest common factor, which is 2, to divide to our numerator and to our denominator. So 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. And then 10 divided by 2 will give us 5. So therefore, the lowest form or the lowest term of 4 tenths is 2/5. In our second strategy, we will be using the continuous division method. So let us take a look at this example. We need to identify the lowest form or the lowest term of 8/12 using the continuous division method. In this method, we will be using the inverted division sign. And we will put the 8, our numerator, and the 12, our denominator, inside the symbol. So meaning to say, our 8 and 12, our numerator and denominator will serve as our dividend. Now let us identify a divisor, a prime number that we can divide to our numerator and the denominator. So for 8 and 12, we can use 2, since 2 is a prime number. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now 4 and 6, we can still find a common prime divisor, and that is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now let us take a look at 2 and 3. We don't have any other number to divide to 2 and 3 except 1. So meaning to say that our number is already in the lowest form. So meaning to say that the lowest form of 8/12 is equal to 2/3. We shall now have our third strategy. In our third strategy, we will be using the prime factorization. So let us have this example. We are going to find the lowest term of 12/30 or 12/30 using the prime factorization method. So in this method, we have to find the prime factorization of 12 or the numerator and the prime factorization of 30, which is the denominator. So to find the prime factorization of a number, we can use our factor tree method. So let's start with the 12. So in here, we have to identify two numbers which when we multiply these two numbers will give us 12. So we can use 2 times 6, 3 times 4. So I will be using 2 times 6, but you can also use 3 times 4. Next is, since 2 is already a prime number, so we'll just bring it down and then times. And then the 6 is not yet a prime number, and we can use 2 times 3. So 2 times 3. So all of the numbers now are prime numbers. So therefore, the prime factorization of 12 is 2 times 2 times 3. So we can write here as its prime factorization, 2 times 2 times 3. This time we will be looking for the prime factorization of 30. So 30 For 30, we can use 3 times 10, 2 times 15, or 5 times 6. So I will be using the 5 times 6. 5 is already a prime, so therefore I will just bring it down. And the 6, I can use 2 times 3. 5, 2, and 3 are all prime numbers. So therefore, the prime factorization of 30 is 5 times 2 times 3. So you have 5 times 2 times 3. So after finding the prime factorization of the numerator and the denominator, let's identify the common prime factors. So the common, we have here the 2. So we can cancel out 2 because it's common. Aside from 2, 3 is also a common prime factor of 12 and 30. So we can cancel it out. Now, what is left of the numerator and the denominator will form the fraction in lowest terms. So in other words, the lowest term of 12 over 30 is equal to 2 fifths. Now the question is, what if there are more than one prime factors left in the numerator? The same thing also with the denominators. So we can multiply the prime factors left in the numerator, and we can also multiply the prime factors left in the denominator separately to get the lowest term of the given fraction. Finally, we will be using our fourth strategy. In this strategy, we don't need so much computation. All we need to have is a set of bright eyes for us to immediately identify the numbers. So in this strategy, we will be using the multiplication table. But there are limitations in using this multiplication table in finding the lowest term of a given fraction. First is, since our multiplication table here is up to 10, table of 10, so meaning to say we can only have the greatest possible numerator or denominator is 100. And secondly, and the most important thing is that we have to make sure that the numerator and the denominator are in the same column or in the same row. So for us to understand that, let us have this first example. So in our first example, we have to identify the lowest term of 6/9 or 6 over 9. So if we look at the multiplication table, we can use 6 and 9 here, or we can also use this 6 and 9. Now, if we look at 6 and 9, the lowest term of 6 and 9 is actually the base, our base number, which is found in this columns or in this row. So for 6 and 9, we can use this base number 2 for 6 and 3 for 9. So therefore, the lowest term of 6/9 is 2/3. 2 over 3. Now, what if we want to use this 6/9? The same thing, we have to find the base number under column. So we have 6, the base number is 2. 9, the base number is 3. So therefore, the lowest term is 2/3. Now, let us have example number 2. We are going to identify the lowest term of 6/12. We can use this 6 and this 12 since they are in the same column. Or we can use this 6 and this 12 because they are in the same row. If we are going to use this 6 and 12, the base numbers are 2 and 4. So meaning to say 2/4 is the lowest term of 6/12. but it's not yet the lowest term. Why? Because we can still see 2 ports here, 2 ports. And the base number for 2 ports, we have 1/2. So therefore, the lowest term of 6/12 is 1/2. So what if we are going to use the 6/12 here, 6 and 12? The base number also the same, 2 and 4. But 2 and 4, we can have it 1/2 as the lowest term. Now, let's proceed to the next example. We have 14 over 16. 14 over 16. We have 14 over 16 here. Where else can we find 14 over 16? Okay, no more. So, meaning to say 14 and 16, the base numbers are 7 and 8. So, therefore, the lowest term is 7/8. Because we cannot find any more number in our multiplication table 7/8 outside of the base numbers. Next, we have 24 over 32. 24 over 32. 24. We have 24 and 32. 24, 32. So if we look at our base numbers, 24, the base number is 6, and then for 32 it's 8. But let us take a look here. We have 6, 8 here. 6 and 8. And the base number for 6 and 8, we have 3 and 4. So therefore, the lowest term is not 6/8, but 3/4. So this time, it is now your turn to answer the following exercises. All you have to do is to identify the lowest terms of the given fractions. So number 1, you have 16 over 32. Number 2, 8 over 20. Number 3, 25 over 75. Number 4, 21 over 35. And you can comment your answers on my social media accounts given below. And take note, the first one to comment with the correct answer will get a shout out on my next video. So thank you for watching. I hope you have learned and enjoyed watching this video. See you on my next video.